say.
You're gonna have an eye out with that thing, I tell you.
Hopefully Kittie can like punch it off or something.
There's you see Earl there says, "Let's rock." Sounded like Al Bundy. There's the bell. This main event underway on Pulse. Kittie Lovencraft, the Pulse Women's Champion. Seba the Mad Hatter in action today. They're just about to hook it up right here in this ring.
I don't know, but right now it's gonna be like interesting matchup between both these fellas. I mean, yeah.
Are you looking in the same ring that I'm looking in?
I said it was gonna be an interesting match.
Okay. So anyway, we're gonna have an interesting ladies matchup tonight. That is definitely for the title. Falcon hasn't been out very much. You can't tell the difference.
Oh,
Overhand wrist lock from the Pulse Women's Champion into a hammerlock. She has got that arm behind Seba, trying to separate the shoulder.
And dodge that hat.
Yeah, you got to be careful of that if you're Kittie. Fire burns, no doubt about that.
That's alright. There she goes. She just rolls out of it. Kittie looks like that she let go of that.
She's let go, but it looks like her arm's caught in a top. Hopefully she doesn't accidentally remove her brassiere.
Well, that would send our rating right out the window here.
It definitely do something for our rating.
Well, folks, welcome to Pulse, where you never know what you're going to see.
It could be boobies. Falcon hasn't seen them in a while.
Just throw it right out there, LG. Just throw it right on out there.
Let's not. Anyway, as right now as Kittie is trying to, as Seba is, they go right back to the lockup now.
Finally, we got the collar and elbow tie up here. We'll now get this match underway, hopefully. Folks, this is why we ask you to take off the scripted items.
Right now, they have that whole right now. They're trying to push.
Use your big words, Falcon. Come on.
Wrist lock once again from Seba. Now torquing on the arm. Now as a reversal, Kittie Lovencraft has the wrist lock. She is trying to yank the arm of Seba right out of the socket.
Just a head bouncing up and down off the mat. It's like a yo-yo. Using her as a human yo-yo.
As I was saying just a few moments earlier, this is why we ask you to take the scripted items off. Look at that hip toss right there from Seba. Takes Kittie right over the top. And Kittie manages to roll right back up to a standing position. If I were Seba, I'd turn around.
So this is why I love you around, Johnny, because you know how to pronounce all the names that I can't.
Well, that's one thing I can do.
That and be the greatest commentator across the seas.
Say it with me, LG. Lolly Wehan Nihasa.
Lolly Wehan Nihasa.
There you got it.
Got it.
Here we go, right back to the collar and elbow tie-up. Kittie Lovencraft, the Pulse Women's Champion. Seba, the Mad Hatter. These two have been around the horn more times than I can speak. Look at that boot right to the midsection. Double Seba over. Repeated toe kicks, and now the feet of Kittie Lovencraft are flying nonstop.
Oh, that's a really good combination to take anyone down. And as you can see, she's lost a wind, and she's sitting there just looking up in pure shock.
Seba's starting to get a little frustrated here. After taking that series of kicks from the Pulse Women's Champion, here comes Kittie off the ropes. And drop kicks the knee right out from underneath Seba.
Oh my God, I felt that.
Going for a cover. Count of one. Only gets the one count before Seba is able to get the shoulder up.
Taking the legs right from under her. She went down hard.
Oh, watch out for that fire there.
It's not the best place to have the hat. I got you, Johnny.
Look at that European
Oh!
uppercut. Just jacked the jaw of the Pulse Women's Champion. Seba's going to work here. She sees this as a huge opportunity, and it is a huge opportunity anytime you're in the ring with a champion.
Certainly is. You can learn a lot, and you can also gain a lot when you're in the ring with a champion.
Absolutely. And we saw a whip into the corner. Kittie comes out of the corner. Here she comes.
Tentatively, I think she's tentatively.
Well, it looked like she had second thoughts there. She had something in mind and then decided midstream maybe that wasn't the best idea.
No, I think it was the staring across the ring from Seba, and the fist that was sort of waggling in her direction that made it turn the other way. Probably.
Well,
a smart move.
Here comes Seba charging in. What does she have in store for the Pulse Women's Champion?
It's not going to be friendly, I can tell you that.
Well, here it is.
Yep, Seba has her right where she wants it. There she goes, right to the knee strikes.
A series of knee lifts right to the midsection. And I guarantee you, Kittie's going to be feeling that in the morning. She's feeling it. She's feeling it right now for sure.
Rightfully, the ref has started our count here. These are just a series of onslaughting knees right to the ribs.
Seba keeping the pressure on in this match here. Referee's up to a count of 2. Then she stops with the knee, grabs the foot, and is going to drag Kittie back to the center of the ring.
It's a smart move. It's a smart move. Keep control of the match. Keep them in the center of the ring. There's nowhere for you to go. Normally, when they're in the center of the ring, it's normally followed up by a very vicious move or a submission.
Well, we'll just wait and see what Seba has in mind here. It could be a kick right to the hamstring. It could be a stomp to the midsection. It could be a repeated stomps to the midsection. Thought she was going to go for that knee, but this will work. This is just as effective. Now here's a pickup.
Ooh, nasty.
Oh, another big boot right to the breadbasket.
She's taking a lot of kicks from Seba tonight with them nasty big boots that she has on. Stomping a mud hole in her.
Well, here comes Seba off the ropes. What does she have in mind? She sees an opportunity against the Pulse Women's Champion right now. Here she comes.
Yep, come right back at Kittie.
And hits a high flying drop kick, takes Kittie right off her feet. Now, this is an unusual position for Seba because whenever she competes, usually she's the crowd favorite. But right now, it appears that Kittie is the person that everybody here is behind. And this might be throwing Seba off a little bit.
Certainly could be. When you're used to the crowd being behind you and then all of a sudden they're not.
Pin attempt.
A few things for your mind.
Count of 1, 2.
And this is it.
Oh.
No.
And Kittie gets that shoulder up. Also looking forward to find out who Kittie's going to be defending her Pulse Women's Championship against in 2 weeks when Pulse Ground 03 comes your way.
That's if she's got it.
Well, that is 2 weeks. A lot can happen in 2 weeks.
You're asking if these two can continue. I mean, I hope they can. Otherwise, it's going to be a very short matchup.
Well, it looks like Kittie's back up to her feet, so that's going to... Now Seba's up. That's going to break the count right there. The match will continue here on Pulse. This is your main event. It is the Metal Chick Kittie Lovencraft, the Pulse Women's Champion. It is Seba the Mad Hatter, and they are fighting it out right here today. There's a whip into the corner. Kittie hits the turnbuckles, and what does Seba the Mad Hatter have planned here?
I don't know. She's going after Kittie now.
Hopefully it's not another series of knees. I mean, she's taken enough of them.
Well, you go with what works, and that's been working real well for Seba thus far.
That's why I think it's Kittie like just square kick to the gut.
May have been an instinct effort right there from Kittie Lovencraft, but she just put that boot right in the midsection of Seba the Mad Hatter, doubled her right over. But now see, look at Seba firing back with stiff shots right to the midsection.
Right back working that midsection. I mean, she's absolutely been devastating.
And now sets her up on that top turnbuckle. Seba is planning something big here.
Oh, there's only one way you can come down off that turnbuckle, and it's not friendly. Al can get off your social networking and watch the match.
So I'm watching a match.
She has got Kittie sitting up on the top turnbuckle. We could be seeing a superplex here.
You've got no fans
from that middle rope.
Shut up, LG.
Well, look at Seba. She's going for it, but Kittie manages to counter it.
That's right.
Oh, and down she goes.
And just pushed Seba right off that second rope, right onto her back. Meanwhile, Kittie is still perched on the top rope up in the high rent district. Look at Kittie with a missile drop kick. That is the diving after effect right there from Kittie Lovencraft. That could be the match right there, folks. Going for a cover. Count of 1, 2, and 3.
Boom, and that's it.
Wow. Your winner of the match, your Pulse Women's Champion, Kittie Lovencraft. Now look at Kittie helping Seba back up to her feet. A great show of respect and sportsmanship between these two. You gotta like seeing that. And a hug between them.
Oh.
I wasn't kidding, folks, when I told you that these two go way back.
Anything worse than that hug is literally that damn music.
Wow, that was quite
All we need now is some group dancing.
Oh, thank God it stopped.
All right, that was that.
I'm so impressed by that. I have to say, maybe I was wrong about you. In fact, I now know I was totally wrong about you. You're even less talented than I expected. Like, seriously? You might be the Pulse Women's Champion, but whoever taught you how to wrestle, well, you should give them their money back. If I were you, I'd go to Falcon's office right now and relinquish that title before you embarrass yourself even more. All I hear around the locker room is Kittie this and Kittie that. Well, now I know. You're about as relevant as that has-been grandma over in VWE taking on Viola. Hashtag nursing home escapee much. No wonder you two are friends. Losers attract losers. You talk big game on Twitter and Facebook, claiming how you don't need to prove anything. You don't need to prove your talent. Now, it's clearly obvious why you say that, because you're afraid. Everyone will see you for the fraud you really are. It's a shame. You almost look like you could be a 10. But when you get up close, you look like Courtney Love with all that greasy makeup. 2 words for you, kitty cat. Cheap highlights. Oh, and I meant the product in your hair, not your wrestling accomplishments. But it's easy to confuse them both. You are the prime example of what Ultra stands against. Females like you give a bad name to women's wrestling in VWE. So I'm making it my personal mission to expose you as the fraud and hack you really are, kitty cat. Consider yourself on notice. You might be the alpha of Pulse, but we are Ultra. You want to criticize me on social media? But honey, haters like you have come and gone. You never experienced what it's like to face a Cameron. And honestly, while it sounds like it would be fun, I wouldn't want to mess up your face any more than it already is. You might think you're a rock star, but I'm going to expose you for the late night, $5 an hour, cheap trick you really are. If I were you, I'd start looking over your shoulders, champ. I'll be seeing you real soon.